Hey kids, it's time for another fun edition of Journey to Eorzea. As always, I am Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. We're just kind of trying to lock down kobolds right now. They're trying to do some nefarious things we don't want them to do. We kind of started this mission, and then I'll be honest, I kind of forgot what we were doing, 100%, because I was busy with stuff in real life. Also, as a personal point of shame, I'm just gonna shame real quick. My buddy Maxwell Valerian here. This marks 100 days. I'll just use a mouse. 100 days he's been offline. Shameful display, but that's neither here nor there. So, L's in the chat for Maxwell Valerian. Let's help out Alphino and see what we can do. Also, to the at this point, as of the day of doing this, there is one person who keeps watching my videos almost every day, and you're a hero, sir, sir or madam. Continue your campaign of success. So, with that, let's talk to Alphino and get this going. Our Maelstrom friends seem to notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? Kobolds are mad. They be mad a little bit. A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urianger's information. Yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there'll be more time to think about this later. For the present, we must everything in our power to prevent this heightened summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. It's interesting. Like, we're wrapping up this, the Heaven's Ward story, and, like, part of that is, like, we've already left Ishgard immediately. Like, we're not doing anything else in Ishgard right now. We're, like, back in, at Camp Overlook. So, it's interesting. It's just, like, an interesting... Wait, I think I remember this vaguely. We're gonna hack this a bit. I think there's like an overlook area. I could be crazy. I swear there's like an overlook area. And the overlook area has... No, like... Humor me for a minute. Humor me. I would swear that there was like an area... Like over here somewhere... Where you can like kind of come up and around. I'm probably losing my mind. Don't worry about it. Let's just... Like, I thought it was like over here somewhere. And then you could just... do whatever. But like, let's pretend that's not it. Let's just continue looking. I thought I remembered something where, like, there was a person up there, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Certainly not over here at the airship thing. Where does this go? I know this. I feel like this. There's the thing. Does this go somewhere? No, it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm not spending the time to talk to the gentleman at this time. Okay, so pink zone is that way. Or sorry, orange zone. I promise I'm not colorblind. Doesn't look like there's anything behind a hut. Nothing over there. I don't know. Can you even get up in the tree? I feel like maybe you can get up in the tree somewhere. Wait, is it this rope bridge? Can you take the rope bridge? I can't. I'm walking through it. That's a shameful display. I'm ashamed of you, Square Enix. Wow. I will say, just as a little thing, this is a cool little tree fort. It's based on its size. It's a little impractical. Like, look at that tiny ladder. And it, like, goes up in the thing. Like, that ladder's so small. It's so small, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Let's just see if we can find it. Stop getting distracted. I know, I'm being terrible. I'm getting distracted by every single thing around me right now. I don't know where anything is, and I can't think of where anything is. I'm trying to, like, get my thoughts out while... Oh, there it is. Okay. Because the power company is going to shut my power off in, like, 3 hours for a 4-hour stint today. Because they, they're doing something nearby. I have a generator, but it doesn't really do much good to try and record something when they're going to shut your power off. Even if it's only briefly. Ah! There goes the kobold thing. Well, let's see. Wait, I think this seems vaguely familiar. Might be thinking of something else, but I'm not sure. Is it down here? Oh, he's hiding under the bridge. Yep, fate failed. What a shame. I'm so upset. Let me go ahead and get my upset pants on. Stay back! Away! Far back! I'm not a... it's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Well, I mean, if you think about it that way, that's quitter attitude. You know what I mean? Oh, good. Mjolnir's going to despawn in 1 minute. I guess I'm going to go back up here. Into camp we go. There's Alphino. What it says up? It says up, right? Is this what I was thinking of? Alright, so the koboldling is like over there. Let's just do this. Yeah, he's like yeah, this is what I was thinking of. It's this little jut thing up. You can't get up from down there. You have to go up here and then drop down. But these trees were in the way, and I didn't remember there being trees. So I was right and wrong at the same time. Please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. He wants to talk, but he keeps running away. You're not doing very good. Dude, this guy could not do customer service of any kind. Like, not saying I'd be good at it either, but, like, I think I'd be a spot better than this guy, who insists on continuing to run away at every turn. Alright, we're getting it's cutscene time. Oh, we have the whimsical music. This was stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... Gah, he found me again. What to do. I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say talk. So please do not hurt me. Kobolds seem to speak better than the goblins do, the gobbies. So this is your wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder these soldiers were on edge. You could very well give one bruised a knee. She's always got the sass. Ah, we got him. Fine work, Scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal me crystals, were you? No. I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us take a deep breath and discuss the like with civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Oh man, the names. Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pikmin one day. I played Pikmin. You don't look like a Pikmin to me. Well met, Gabu. I am Alphino, and this is my sister Eorzea. Tiberius, the man who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, all right? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Well, that gets right to the point, doesn't it? Look at my face. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if he didn't have the iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. I don't know what that means. And then the guards took my parents and others away, and I haven't seen them since. Coke for the furnace? Okay, so he's confused too. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I did not want to believe it, but I believe I heard tales of folky fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshipers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. So using their bones or something? No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. I think he has cute little whiskers, though. Kind of like a cat. Commander, advise the Maelstrom Command that Titan's summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure. You'll forgive me if I don't see optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Alright. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected an associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak of the prisoners. 12 have mercy, that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Alright, Gabu. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking if we take all the crystals away, maybe Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh. Several spots east defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Alright, let's go, Scrap. I'm ready. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. I say it as though you guys are like right here with me. You know what? We're not above flying. It's 2026. We can fly. Look at some crystals right there. Quickly. And then just nuke the crystals. Blow them up. Global roundsman? Not even a problem. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Going across? Yep, we sure are. Alright, it's not that far. We can run. We can run. We're not above running. We're not so cool and above it that we're not running. Let's look at Palico. He can keep up. We can do it. I always thought this area was kind of interesting. You get like a forest nearby, and then this whole sulfur type area. You got the grenades and the kobolds. I can only imagine the smell through this area, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, cache of crystals. I don't know why I'm the only one that has to do this. Oh, more dialogue. Let's go. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, it's just that... I am quite certain that a crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Gorthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As Alize said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last and very large. Very big, very large, very huge. Alright, let's go find the last cache. I know there's usually this fade up here where it's like a bunch of dudes. So, it seems fitting. It's kind of like their hub area. Oh yeah, there's quite a few boxes there, so one could assume. Oh. Okay. Though you cast about for a time... That's weird. Though you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Oh, he fumbled. They moved them. Or used them. I don't know. Oh, overdramatic. Looking around. Confound it. Oh my gosh, he loves that word. I never get over it. Every time he says confound it, Alphino gets me. You know what I mean? Confound it. What about you, Tiberius? Any luck? Nothing. But this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is where to and why. Within Ogomoro, where they summoned Titan once before and meant to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father? And the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabus, we will. Stay calm. We still have time. They will have yet to call the remaining crates. Call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Alarum? Like alarm? Oh, that's weird. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Bloden's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. It's time for the direct approach. The crystals, Tiberius, if you would be so kind. Like 2 crystals in my pocket. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Pray go ahead. As I recall, there was an aetheryte within the Okmaro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there, and I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Down into the thing. They got a bomb incubator. I didn't know bombs needed incubators, but apparently they do. Yeah, no, they're doing power work in my area. So last night my wife and we're up like pretty late, and all of a sudden it's like 1 a.m. I'm ready to use the microwave because she's like asking for some popcorn or whatever. I go to make popcorn. I do the first like round, and then I usually put a little butter in and then turn it on again. I like took it out of the microwave, and then the whole house went dark. I was like, oh, okay. Can I go this way? No, I cannot go this way. Seemed like a good idea at the time. So, they sent us a thing like weeks ago, like, yeah, we're going to shut your power off. And we have a generator, and that's cool. Like, cannot recommend enough living in a rural area. Definitely have a generator, right? But, like, at the same time, I want no part of your fate. Leave me be. At the same time, there's that stunting in the middle, right? Where everything shuts off, the internet shuts off, everything has to reboot because the power went out. And it's like, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with that. Okay, so it won't let me go through there. What did I miss? I'm missing something. Oh, it's this tunnel, isn't it? Alright, hang on. Right here. Here we go. There it is. Giant aetheryte crystal. Ah, I take it this is the aetheryte we seek? Right then. As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Tiberius. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. It's true. The navel. Quickly, quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Just imagine just teleporting your base. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Now they appear to be dead over there. Oof. It's a big oof. Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace. You monster, how could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, and he might drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon our strength and his children and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, Alizé, not yet. Always trying to be, like, peaceful. Like, a little bit first. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. Sounds like a Jedi. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course, cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build a lasting peace. I doubt he's going to go for that. Another peace you abandon at the Overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You and your... I could just absolutely read that wrong. You take, and you take, and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace.
You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether, and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, and suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies of you and yours, Overdweller. You ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good look, but at the same time, I mean, it's a little simplistic, but yeah, sure.
I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here.
That is so sad.
Say something, please. Please?
Man, that is just kind of depressing.
Please?
Oh, he's gonna accidentally Sun Titan. Oh no.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up!
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's not going well. Oh, there's Titan. I'm pretty jazzed about it. Oh, is he gonna be nice to them? Because he, for the kids, is pretty mad at them. Yep. Just absolutely wrecked them. Get wrecked. He's become like the avatar of that kid's rage.
7 hells.
How many hills are there? 7.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Is he gonna try and smash the kid even though he just summoned him? That's brutal.
Leave him to me.
I missed it because I just skipped it. I didn't even know it was like it brought up dialogue and it disappeared before I even read it. He's got the carbuncle on his face. That's pretty good.
We must away.
That's not really necessary. I can take him. I do not need to leave. Could have taken him right there and then. Carbuncle still stays there. It's like a forever curse. Forever curse with carbuncle on your face.
By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were likely to find. His anguish and despair have swerved to birth a primal, just as surely as the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incantation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have but one cause for optimism, is that while the crystals were present, they represented a fraction of the quantity needed for summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Okamoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Tiberius, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more?
Yeah. Especially if he's weaker. Come on, I'll be a breeze.
Thank you, my friend. Alize and I will go tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us to Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you.
Confront the Titan in the naval hard. Oh my gosh, they're actually making the hard raids? Oh my gosh. Alright. So enter the naval hard with the play. Okay, so there's hard and then extreme. Alright. We're doing the naval hard. Alright, 18 minutes. I was not expecting to get into an instance this quickly, so I'll see when it pops, I guess. Oh, you know what I'll do? I don't have my book. I could read the thing about. I think I do. Hang on, my book's right here. Before I quit, before I do that, see if I got it. I think I have. This is 2. Do I have? Where's 1? I have 2. So when they did Encyclopedia Eorzea, right? They covered a lot of things, but they didn't cover everything. And so when they went back and did the second one, they added a lot of stuff that they originally forgot to, like the dungeons and stuff, because they didn't add them in the first one. Here's book 1. But I'm pretty sure
that it is in here. So let's see. Burdens, servants, burdens. Kobolds, Titan, 250. Let's go, baby. Alright. Let me put a second here. Alright, kobolds and Titan. Alright. These subterranean beastmen dwell in the northern Ilberd, where they perforate the rocky bowels of Ogomoro with an ever-expanding warren of shafts and tunnels. After a years-long conflict, the kobolds forged a peace treaty with the nearby city-state of Limsa, but recent disagreements over the acquisition of mineral resources have sparked a resurgence in hostilities. Let's see. Acting as the mouthpiece for the Great Father Titan, the Patriarch of the First Order, Dig, is the guiding voice of the entire race of kobolds. The first, which I'm assuming that guy probably replaced him, but I don't know. Because I think did we kill the one first time? I don't know, remember exactly. Anyway, the First Order itself contains not a single Pikmin, its ranks filled instead by a multitude of priests responsible for governing the various facets of the ruling theocracy. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for Titan, the indomitable will of the earth made manifest, beloved of the kobold clans. Compassionate and gentle, Titan is the father of his tunnel-dwelling worshippers. But woe betide those fool enough to provoke the Colossus. For when his anger is waked, and the very earth trembles and heaves under the unstoppable fury of his mountainous bulk. Seeking to provide for an ever-growing population, the kobolds' expansion south of Ogomoro clashes with the efforts of Limsa to colonize Ilbrand's inland regions. It is said that the Beastman's prayers, which summoned the Lord of Crags, were made primarily to beseech the deity for supremacy in his territorial dispute. And of course, as it was last time with Garuda, it's in that weird kind of font, but origin myth. In the beginning, the world was a place for relentless... Oh man. I cannot read that word. I can't not read that. Anyway, relentless something. I can't read it. Cold, hard, unforgiving. The Great Father Titan gazed upon the imperceptible land. I think that was inhospitable. The H's look like bees, like quirly bees. It's weird. Inhospitable land, and saw that it was in need of custodians. Thus did the mold the ground beneath him, breathing life into the soil and clay, and crafted the race of kobolds. But the newborn creatures were not resilient like the rock or the stone, and they could not dwell alongside the savage beasts, there we go, that stalked the surface. Seeing his children's fragility, the Lord of Crags sent magma to flow through the holy mount of Ogomoro, the molten rivers leaving behind rich veins of ore. Thence did he teach the kobolds the ways of mining and the secrets of smelting, and newly... it looks like it says the word girf. It's like G-I-R-F. Let's say newly girf with ways of with armor and weapons of metal. The beastmen did force the beast to flee. Greatly satisfied by the success of his guardians, Titan returned to his bed in the mountain's crater. Air be rank beneath the boiling cruet. He left the kobolds with a promise. When his children needed him most, it looks like it says like M-O-I-T. It's weird. The smoky breath of Ogomoro would herald his return. If you guys could see, I almost want to take a picture of this and see the text. It's like not impossible to read, right? Like one word will look absolutely legible. Like you'll look at it and go, oh yeah, I know exactly what that word is. And then you'll look at another one and you're like, what am I looking at right now? It's crazy. So, I don't know. We'll get there, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys when it pops. Alright, that was actually like stupidly fast. I went off, grabbed something, came back, and then it popped. That was maybe like 6 minutes. But you know, I'll take fast queues over slow queues. Ever since that one we were trying to do Alexander and the queue was over an hour. I was like, oh. And that's not even the longest queue I've had, but that's just the longest queue I've had since we've done this. Alright, I expect to fail this. Yeah, I can totally see where this could totally not go wrong at all. Because I don't know, man.
Didn't he already do that? I assume he was just hanging out, you know what I mean? He'd be just standing there. Alright, we're gonna try and do this. We're doing it on hard. I don't think hard was that bad. Extreme is definitely harder. There's some of these in extreme I haven't even done. Alright, let's see if we can do it. The one that really gets me is when he does the bombs. When he does the bombs, I have a lot of trouble with that. Because I always miss something. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we gotta stay out, but not like all the way out. Oh, I didn't even get to finish my combo. I think the thing that's funny is, like, you fight him the first time and they're like, oh, he's weaker this time, right? So you're like, well, naturally that means it won't be as hard. But actually, it's on hard now, so it's harder than it was. I don't know, stay away from me. Stay away from me, please and thank you. Now, I'm not saying it's like the hardest thing ever, but... Oh no, bomb boulders. Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I mean, I think... Stay away from them, I guess. Oh, I still got hit by it. Ow. Alright, so stand here, in the bubble. Those guys over there are not healed. Oh, that white mage just took a hit. I gotta hit Titan's heart. There's no way I'm getting a position on the heart. We're just gonna hit it with Fist of the North Star or whatever. Oh no, I don't know if that's... We gotta get that out of there, right? Alright, let's get that guy out of there. Throw knives at that guy! There we go. Can't ask for better than that, really. He's probably gonna jump up like a dragoon here again. Alright. Wake up! Yeah, no, he's still pretty upset about that. He's definitely like an avatar. He's like yelling why. Which is interesting, right? Rather than just being like, you know, just random fervent prayers. He's actually... I remember playing this back in the day when the stomping would happen and everyone would just start dying. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have to at least kill one of these. Come on, kids. I mean, I don't know. We have a fucking better idea? I don't... I thought I was doing a thing, but apparently you just dodge. I'm just dumb. Don't mind me. Also apologize for my language again. Believe it or not, I am... Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna go over here. I am a rock. I'm a rock lobster. Is anyone going to free me? I helped free everyone else. There, thank you. Thank you. Hey, thanks, bye. It's almost dead. I don't know why we just don't LB him. No one ever wants to LB, man. It's okay. We'll just kill him and call it a day. That was actually easy. Back in the day, like, that was a lot harder. Like, Titan was always, like, the one trial that I always had the most trouble with. Let's see what we got. We got the Lancer's Spear of Crags. Don't need that. And I also don't need that box. Oh, what do we got for player comms? I will give it to Alfie Level. Look at this guy. Lewis, dude. Oh, absolutely. Alright, we gotta give this guy an ebow. Oh, that was great. Wow. Okay. I just did not see that coming at all. The dude, like, looking like a goofy, like, off-brand, you know, Alphino. I was just not... That was not on my bingo card. Oh, this place was closed just like it was last time. Let's take it like a bird. There we go. Let's take the bird. All right. They're all outside. Speak with Alphino. That's right. They wanted me to meet up with them at Camp Overlook. I forgot about that. Let's get out of here. I think it's this way if I look side of the map. Up, up, and away, web. Alright, we can fly! It's so cool they added flying, even though if I'm gonna run into invisible walls. They added flying to, like, the base areas. Like, they didn't have to do that. In fact, there was a lot of talk for a long time they were not going to do that. And yet they did. Alright. My cat is looking to get into nefarious trouble. Don't do it. I can see it look in your eye.
Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you that he will return safe and sound? The deed is done then? Titan is no more? Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that be the case, he must be put to death like all the other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yet you have the right of it. But we must, this is kind of an interesting thing. This is kind of a Flora thing, because she's the one that ends up curing the tempering that they all get, where they all get the thing. And she's the one that does it with the little porgy thing in Shadowbringers. And so it's like kind of interesting, like gives a thing. In fact, I'm not 100% sure. I think they cure him later on. Like it's kind of coming back to me a little bit, maybe, because he does get like tempered. But it's just an interesting thing. They're setting it up early. When they did that, I was like, I forgot all about it. So, but we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Eozea's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray.
It's always funny to me how cats will always find a way to just get in the way and do things that they're not supposed to. Mine's like, I took some of my stuff out of here, so he can't be on the table he's normally on. So he found a small shelf that is where the table normally is. And so he's decided to, there's like an Xbox sitting on it, and he's decided to perch himself on it. Because he's like, it's like a protest. It's like, I will lay here then, fine. There is not to be gained from dwelling or the eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to the more extreme immediate matters, informing the commander of Bulletin of Titan's demise, for example. You may also be certain that they will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? I don't know if it's even really necessary to call it breaking it to him when it's good news. Hey, a stronger, allegedly not strong, but a stronger Titan showed up, and we done whooped him into the ground where he belongs. So, except for the time he got eaten by Ultimate Weapon, that was pretty good. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, the Primal's a Primal, and there ain't a soul in the Maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like the cause for celebration. Now, I know I have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. We're gonna have a party? I'm down for a quick party, like a overnight party, overnight stay party. That reminds me, I have beer to put in my fridge. I gotta do that. It's gonna get warm. I bought cheap beer, super cheap beer, because I was like, I want beer, but I don't want to spend like $40 on beer. I just want like a single beer. And so I bought Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, and I'm gonna drink Miller High Life. It's gonna be great.
Who goes there?
Oh, it's voice cuts. Man, always get me.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space.
You know, the one interesting thing I've noticed throughout my whole time in the game
after they reintroduce Alisaie, like, she's tough and fiery, and she always wants to, like, to like the girl boss, whatever. But she also is more, because she is a woman, she's more sensitive, and she's like the one that actually seems to be concerned about you more than anyone else. Like, everyone else is like, oh yeah, no, he can do it. I mean, like, hey, we're worried about you, but like, yeah, you can do it, right? Like, Y'shtola, like, during Shadowbringers will kind of be like, yeah, you're not doing, I don't know about this, right? But the one who always seems to be like worried about your well-being as the player character, it's always been Alisaie. Like, they almost like rewrote her to be framed that way after A Realm Reborn, which, she didn't have a huge part in anyway.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve, and of the people whose actions I could not understand.
There's a lot that happened while she was gone, but they like don't really ever reveal what it was necessarily. She just kind of went off on her own to like find herself or whatever.
There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save.
Ooh, that's rough.
I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Sharlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you.
Aw.
Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh, I done a lot of stuff. Let's see, I traveled far and wide with two companions, Istinian and Eorzea, who were under some rather unique circumstances. I had the pleasure of fighting along Sir Amaric, when Alpha and I came up to at last the Drevanian hinterlands. I like that one. I mean, I did like the road trip. That was pretty good. But you know what? I'm going to mention Sir Amaric because he was such a baller most recently.
He is quite a man, the Lord Commander. I shall have to thank him for his kindness. Truth be told, I was rather taken aback by it all. Given Ishgard's famous love of foreigners, I was half expecting the Kyrugians to berate me for bleeding. But I never heard an unkind word. Everyone there seemed relatively open and friendly, in fact. Thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts, I suspect.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. They were kind of like xenophobes, and then I came in, rocked the Casbah, so to speak, and now they're cool about it.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
Kind of reminds me of that scene from Final Fantasy VII where Tifa and Cloud are like sitting on the water tower looking at the sky. Kind of a similar jam. Is that a stone of fire for Ifrit? They're in the area, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Urianger, pretending to be not Urianger.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the mother?
I just love it. The voice is the same. It's clearly Urianger, but it's masked man.
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
Like, this is like
What
the
did
worst
man
kept
in white
secret of
have
all
to
time.
say?
It's just like the worst, like him being the masked man. Let's get past this part. Hang on.
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
The way he talks, the way he looks, the only difference is he's not wearing goggles and his hood. He otherwise is 1-to-1. It's just Urianger. It's the worst kept secret. You know what I mean? Nobody believes that we don't know who it is. I want to meet the person who thinks that it's like, who is this masked man? I need to know.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Imagine thinking the Asians are going to do anything good for you.
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
I can't be surprised as to why.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Asians alone.
Are we supposed to, like, honestly believe at this point? I mean, okay, I have the bias of knowing what happens in the future, but are we supposed to have the, like, genuinely believe that Urianger has totally betrayed us? I mean, I guess it's possible, since up to this point, like, he's helped you a little bit in Realm Reborn and, like, kind of showed up, but you think about it, he's always been busy in the first part of the game, right? You barely talk to him throughout Heaven's Ward. You barely talk to him in A Realm Reborn, except for a few times. Otherwise, he's not there. So you could maybe believe that, I guess. It's just hard for me to, like, imagine that, you know? But that's because I have the bias of knowing what happens later.
With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
Yeah, just try and take me down. That's all you gotta do. It's super easy. As the joke goes from, Ryan George, it's super easy, barely an inconvenience. No problem at all. Just take me down.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
Even I think he knows it a little bit. Yeah, it's a little rough.
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
Nothing other than plot armor for him will stop me from absolutely rocking his world. And wrecking his stuff, man. I will do it.
It shall be done.
I'm borderline Saitama tier. Like, come on.
Got little flowers in the back of his pants. Aw. A little satchel for a bouquet of flowers.
What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
I have no idea what he thinks he's doing, but it's not going to do him any favors. What ho, Tiberius? I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via link pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of our respective investigations, both came across crates which had once been Gorn Guardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Amric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, and in case they are too flush with Guardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another... Wait, where is Alize? She was here but a moment ago, with Gabu. Doing Gabu things, probably. Over there at the loading dock. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright. It's adventure time. Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloated, something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserved to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain that what has become of him.
Aye. You needn't worry. If you hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure a better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will the Maelstrom Command.
I'm so sorry, Gabu, I truly am. You should never have been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels it to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with the love for them, and never ever forget.
Come along, little one.
I will remember them. And you, Alize, thank you.
Oh, so he's not gone.
Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. She likes to do that thing where she looks brooding underneath the front of her hair, where you can't see her eyes. 1,000 times over, there will be a reckoning. Bing. Alright, so we gotta go to the Waking Sands. That's hilarious. Alright. To Horizon, and thus also the Waking Sands. And we can do the best thing ever. I took my porter to Vesper Bay. I was like, well, I don't know what's going on. Hey, let's go check out Vesper Bay again, just by chance. It's weird. Like, getting to Ishgard was like this big thing. Like I said, I'm kind of like, you know, mourning, so to speak, the fact that we're gonna leave. But at the same time, there's like a refreshing part of being back in, like, we'll say Eorzea proper, right? Rather than like the far north. But at the same time, I feel like we spent so much time there and barely any time there at all. It's a very strange feeling. And as far as the thing with Urianger, I just straight up don't remember any of it. Like, I know he had this idea that he could do something. He's trying to do something to do something. I'm just not sure what or why. So, I'll be looking forward to figuring out exactly what this is all about. It's like reading a book you forgot the ending to. So, get out of the way, Inedible Lalafell. That guy gets the name of the day. Name of the day goes to Inedible Lalafell. Alright. We have heard the glad tidings from Omogoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavily on my lady's mind. As thou did request, I sought out the Garun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of the worlds parallel to our own, yet apart are yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times they have succeeded. Then of the 10 of the 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my Lady Midphilia spake unto thee. I forgot all about that. I thought there was like a bunch of reflections. We know because of like where we're at in the game, right? Like even later. So the first is to do with light, the 13th is full of darkness, and then what is it, the 9th, right? 9th was what they had in Dawn Trail, and that's like lightning, right? So that's 3 that you've seen so far. If there are 6, that means we've seen 3 out of the 6 reflections so far. So there are 3 left that we haven't been to. As for what becometh of these reflections, when they are the source are rejoined. Frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul sundereth to her call, to flow into the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the reunification of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall in transcendent light in the manner of the Warriors' Darkness described, it would give way into a void wherein none may know either life or death, like the 13th. Far better to die, they reason, than for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved, such at least is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice.
Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of the certain Alamegan parties.
Alamegans. Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes?
I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation.
Ah, we're starting to... Okay, so I'm assuming this one part... So we've already gone through Garuda and then Titan, and one would think we're going through Ifrit, but they're kind of twisting it a little bit. Instead of it being Ifrit, because it's in that area, instead they're like, oh yeah, it happens to be Rhalgr and the Alagamegans, because that's going to kind of spur us into... Sorry, got distracted for a second. That's going to spur us into going for Stormblood, where we go in there. So that's kind of cool. You see the gears turning, you know, things starting to generally move.
It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Elaine Royale's network of spies.
Surely you jest. And yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group who received the crystals without delay. Tiberius, Alize, will you come with me to Alamigo?
She's still giving him the eye, dude. Look at her.
Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand.
May you ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Dude, okay, so the only thing that's bothering me is she is not falling for Urianger's thing. We know that he's working behind the scenes. We know she's onto something. But I don't understand, like, we don't have any reason to believe. We'll get to him in a minute. We don't have any reason to believe it. I don't understand, like, what is leading her to think that he's acting weird, right? We don't have any reason to think that. So it almost feels like for the sake of the plot, like, oh yeah, she just happens to notice that Urianger is weird. But maybe she'll like expand on it later and be like, oh well, I knew because of this, and that would help. So,
Alphino, Alize, Tiberius, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smugglers' warehouses less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes.
Then you have them, and the crystals too?
What few remained, aye. Regrettably, it seemed they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, that was to be told, when it was received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Amaric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. I think Crit is familiar with this area.
As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago.
Huh. And here I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Ah, but wait a minute, there's more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of none other than Elaine Royale, the infamous Ivy herself.
Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information?
About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Yshola next, but there is someone else who would have me notify first.
No, there isn't.
Dun dun dun. I'm just saying, like, she's suspicious, but I don't know why she's suspicious, right? Not Thancred. Urianger is acting, like, obviously he's doing stuff. We know that as the player, because we're privy to that information. But, like, why does she think so? That's what I want to know.
What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as though he were a stranger. The Archon himself was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time in the Levieur estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. And these continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Dlalamigo awaits.
Alright. Oh, gotta actually exit to Vesper Bay. Alize and Little Alamigo. Alright, so... Let's see.
So we gotta get to Little Alamigo. We could just teleport there. We could just teleport there. I wonder, isn't there like a function that like gives us a number? Hang on. I thought there was like a thing, like you push it, like type in a thing and it'll give you like a RNG thing. All right, we'll teleport for this time, but I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to do that. So if we're like making a decision, you guys all know I like choco porters, but like there's no real reason to do that right now. There'll be plenty of time to walk around when we in the next area. So I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Tiberius, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea where Thancred might arrive, I suggest we would see what information we can gather in his absence. So, to review. We are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would be sensible to divide our forces. Tiberius, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Eorzea and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Well, since I helped them before, wouldn't they want to be more... I don't remember if Alphina was here when we came through Little Alamigo before. But, like, I mean, the one thing I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not is, remember the kid who was... We stopped him, right? And he was one of the ones who joined the Crystal Braves, and then he died, right? So then the question then becomes... Are the people here going to want to help me, or are they going to be like, yeah, he went off with you and he died? Right? So, the resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to him. If you set to store all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mass bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. Alright, let's just, let's go down. One of my favorite things about playing Ninja, by the way, because we'll be doing that, in, if I'm not mistaken, in that, is that he does a little flip when he jumps. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. Griffin. Okay, that's ringing a bell. Well, he's the light of fire in every Alamigan's heart. He's also inspired more than a few Oldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Spoilers. Isn't the Griffin, isn't that Ilberd? Isn't this, like, we're coming up, so is that what we do? We're coming up on, like, when you actually have to confront Ilberd at Balthazar's Wall, and that's, like, it's Balthazar's Wall. I think that's the thing, right? I guess we'll see when we get there. But I think the Griffin, am I going the wrong way? Going the wrong way, probably. I'll break my legs again. Let's see. Alright, here we go. I see. You're you there, going about asking questions, looking for the Griffin in his lot, I'll bet. Seems like the little talk of Alamigo these days. Folk wonder what he's about and what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under the mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and they got that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. No, I think I might be wrong. It's been a long time, obviously. But I think Ilberd is the Griffin, and this is part of his whole thing to cause this, like, big uprising to screw the Empire over, I think. I should suppose I should ask you what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite the growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent history. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamigan liberation is unrivaled. We cannot hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident this is the group which received the crystal shipments, We yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald, yeah, that's right, are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Yeah, you're not wrong. Let us go talk to the Gundabald. Though I can't recall. He might be bald. We'll see. Is Gundabald bald? He is not. But he has a dope mustache, though. Alright. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Tiberius, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. Yeah, we doing some investigating. The Griffin? Aye, I know him, as do we all. He and his mass have become a leading faction within the resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished, but I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people of the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him there with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity that Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Alright, well, we're gonna go to the sunken temple of Karn. Let's get in the air. With a turtle! I'm sure that Thancred will show up when he's supposed to. He always kind of sneaking and skulking around, especially in this phase of the thing. He kind of maintains having like stealth as a thing, but like he's never more stealthy than he is in like this part of the game. It's not until like after like when Shadowbringers really comes around that he kind of like goes, nah, I'll do stealth, but mostly like at the same time at the forefront because he goes that tank class, right? Has it already begun? I hear voices coming from within. Let's go see what's going on there. I don't think we did this.
Brothers and sisters!
Oh.
20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire.
It's definitely Ilberd. The voice is a dead giveaway.
In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out. Building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful.
I think he's talking about Yatsuyu, and she is a cold biznatch, I'll tell you what.
You all know the Eorzean alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it.
Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
He's saying him, so I'm wondering if the Viceroy is someone else and then Yatsu becomes the Viceroy, or am I thinking of something else? She's definitely a leading figure over there, but I don't remember exactly.
They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more. Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
Man, he getting him hyped. He's a big talker. That's for sure.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Why is that, Ida and Papalymo? What's up?
What are you two doing here?
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
For real.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
Papalymo's voice far, I'll be honest, Papalymo's voice better. It's just better here.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
I wondered when Ida and Papalymo have like barely even been a thing this whole time. Like they keep showing up like in the distance, right? But then like nothing happens. Words cannot express how glad I am to see the both of you alive and well. And you, though it is pretty obvious you and Tiberius would be fine. The Crystal Braves never realistically had a chance of capturing any of the signs, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet we had no chance but to flee Ul'dah, and we had not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all to the great risk to themselves. Obviously we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned the Scion's exoneration, the Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and the General Rauban had been reinstated, we resolved to make a contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to the courier. I gathered from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within their community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the signs of the Seventh Dawn. Curious. It is well known that no friends of Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. It's because it's Ilberd. Ah, and I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks.
And she's got a mask. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Uh-huh. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good that it did. And now you have heard the whole bit. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin?
We be stopping summonings, man, and crystals.
Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made such claims of late. I confess I had assumed to be more of a bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible they are alluding to a primal.
Oh, wait. Okay, I don't want to spoil it. I think I remember what happened with the crystals.
Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is assuming you'll have us.
We got the band back together, baby, except for Minfilia. But you know, that's all right. That's okay. All right, with the band effectively back together, I think that's what we'll call it for this episode. Thank you for watching San Dimas High School Football Rules, and till next time.